وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing our Ramadan, and we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for bringing us this close towards the completion of the Quran. And also, we are also coming towards the end of Ramadan, and let's use these last few days and nights to do that which is, inshallah, the best in nature. There is a surah in the Quran wherein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps us reflecting and helps us to reflect upon the purpose of our existence. This is a surah in which if we recite inshallah every night, hopefully after the Isha Salah, chances are it can become a helping hand for us when we go to the grave. Every surah has a unique purpose, and while we are praying, helping other poor, helping other needy, going for our Hajj, doing all the right things, if we add this surah to our routine, it can become, inshallah, something that not only connects us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but also creates a heightened and a greater level of awareness as to who we are and what's our purpose in this world. It's called the Surah Mulk. In the surah there is a beautiful ayah, and the ayah says the following: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I have created, Allah is the one that has created maut. He has created death. You know, my brothers and sisters, regardless of who we are, death is inevitable. Be in a fortified bunker, be in the best of hospital, have the best of doctors, utilize every asset you have to prevent your death. And my brothers and sisters, we will all drink from the cup of death. Yet we don't focus on that. We always focus on when I was born, when I was a child, etc., etc. And Allah says, خَلَقَ الْمَوْتِ. Allah didn't say first I created life. Allah says in this ayah, I have created death, and then He says, وَالْحَيَاةِ. And then He says, I have created life. Allah wants us to focus on death before life in this given ayah. Why? Because as humans, we focus more on life than death. Yet, we know full well, death is an inevitable aspect of life. So Allah is saying, if you are willing to take on this challenge, inshallah, to focus more on death than life, which is pretty much a daunting topic in itself, but Allah is saying, by doing this, we'll be able to bring value to our life, because if you and I know that we are going to die, and we ask ourselves the following question: what preparation have I made for my moving on? That makes you a much more vigilant individual. It keeps you on alert. I know I'm going to die, and if it's true that I'm going to be dying, then what preparation have I made for it? What's my relationship with my community, my parents, my family, my teachers, my students? Did I pay back my loans? Am I living a healthy, good life? If I'm going to be dying, I know some people say, well, if I'm going to be dying, why do I need to live a healthy life? Allah says, لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ. You have to live a healthy life, whether it's through exercise, diet, etc. Because this life, this body, our assets, our money, everything is a test. And Allah says, you and I are going to be held accountable. We are going to be brought into accountability for whatever Allah has given us. So Allah is saying, الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةِ. I've given you death, I've given you life, لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ. So you may be tested, and hopefully you'll pass this test. And you are going to be tested, and everyone is going to be tested. And from all those that are going to be tested, أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. We are to see which one of you all in this test of life do good deeds. So it's not just about test. Because when you get tested, sometimes when the grades are not very good, what happens? You get angry. And then you start doing not so good things. You become mean, sometimes to parents, sometimes to spouses, whatever it may be. And Allah is saying, no, 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 no. Each one is going to be tested. The good guy, the bad guy, the good girl, the bad girl, the good woman, the not so good woman. Each one are going to be tested. And Allah is saying, in order for you to pass that test, while in that struggle, ayyukum ahsanu amala. Can you keep your composure? Can you keep your dignity? Can you keep your honor? Can you continue doing good things when you are in the thick of the battle, as they say? So, my brothers and sisters, this ayah is getting us to think a little bit deeper. That when someone gives you a slap, I'm not saying give the other cheek, but how do you deal with it? Do you give 2 slaps back in return? And I'm not advocating any type of violence here, but it's something to think about. When someone turns their face away from us and doesn't make salam, how do we respond? Oh, you didn't make salam to me. I'm going to make sure I not only not make salam to you, but I'm not going to make salam to your children and your great-grandchildren. Subhanallah, maybe the person is not making salam to you because they cannot see, they don't have the glasses on. Give them a break. That's what Allah is saying. Ayyukum ahsanu amala. By a person doing something bad to you, it doesn't indicate how bad you are. It's sometimes a reflection of who they are. We still got to keep our values and dignity and our goodness. That's what Allah is talking about here. So, my brothers and sisters, in these last few days of Ramadan, what preparations have we made for our departing of this world? These are important questions. And mashallah, many of us, and I've noticed in this wonderful community, many of us have fasted. Many of us have helped out in the iftar programs. Many of us have given, and I've noticed many people are giving a very good amount of charity in various capacity, whether it's zakah, whether it's sadaqah, whatever it may be. People are meeting one another, they're smiling, they're being the best they can. That's what this is all about. Let us continue on this pathway, and inshallah, when we depart this world, inshallah, we will be able to meet with our Rabb. We will be able to meet the malaika that come with us with, inshallah, a beautiful and smiling face. And if that's the test we passed, then inshallah, we can say we have done well. But in order to do that, we've got to keep on, inshallah, in these last few days and beyond, holding on to our good values, holding on to our good traditions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to make us generous, continue to make us kind, and continue keeping us, inshallah, on the path of Ihdina as-Sirat al-Mustaqim. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.